From the Virgil, a production of the A&A Media Group and Consider It Done Productions. Award-winning, aging, and awesome. Here are your hosts, Kai Sisson and Aaron Breen.
Oh, come on in. Welcome to Aging and Awesome, and we are already halfway through season 8. Can you believe it, Breen?
No, I cannot. But we are making every single episode count. We've got a great show out there for you tonight. Computer security is our big story tonight. Avoiding scams, and those scams are everywhere.
We'll also talk about something that is definitely taboo. What is hospice? How does it work? And who's eligible? We'll find out together. Plus, it's a very important time for those of you on Medicare. We'll have details on what you need to know before your Medicare plan rolls over for another year. And of course, trivia to get to in my cab. But first, have you ever gotten one of those warnings on your computer that tells you your files are corrupted, that someone has control of your computer, and not to attempt to turn it off?
I actually have, and I gotta tell you, it sends panic through your entire system. And it happens far more often than you might imagine. All of those warnings are scams. They're trying to get you to engage with the scammers. Don't do it.
So we talked with the experts about those warnings, what to watch for, and most importantly, how to avoid them altogether.
Your computer has been locked up. Do not shut down or restart your computer. To unlock the computer, please contact support immediately.
It's sad but true that this happens hundreds of millions of times a year. That's according to the Federal Trade Commission.
Tech support scams are the third riskiest for those that are 65 plus based on our BBB Scam Tracker risk report. So it is common and people need to be aware of it.
And the advice from the experts is the same every time.
Don't follow through. Don't provide them access to your computer. Don't provide them personal information. Don't provide them access to your credit card or checking account.
You'd never let a stranger into your house. Don't let one into your computer.
Sounds simple enough, but those warnings can scare the tar out of you. And you know what? They're meant to.
These tech support scams, what they're designed to do is to grab your attention, put fear into you, and get you out of that logical mind and respond emotionally.
And too often it works. And it takes a specialist from a shop like this to fix it.
We get people concerned about being scammed all the time. We actually get people that have been scammed multiple times a week. It is the most common job that we get in the shop, and we definitely try our best to educate people on how to stay safe online. It happens in one of two ways. Either you're browsing your email and you click on a hyperlink and you get taken to this your computer needs recovered page, or you're browsing say a news website and you click on one of the banner ads on the side. It'll pop up and it can start playing loud sounds. It can read off these captions, your computer has been blocked, or force you to try to call this number here.
Your IP address has been used without your knowledge or consent to visit websites that contains identity theft virus.
If you fall for that, well, that's when they get you.
They'll be able to see your passwords that you type in for your bank account. They'll be able to see your user ID for your bank account.
Because once you give them information and access, the sky's the limit for them.
The worst case that we've seen, we've had someone come in where these people went for their retirement fund.
Those scammers did get to thousands of dollars, but the victim got to miles quickly, and it was stopped before the money was actually transferred. So if you get a dreaded warning, force quit the system, even though that warning says you can't, and find trusted help, which is not tech support online.
Very possible that scammers are putting up ads, so if you just click on an ad without looking at it, you might be talking to a scammer. So you need to make sure that if you are looking for help, probably best to find a trusted local business to help you out.
And you know what? You can take action now to avoid all of this.
The best protection against bad things on the internet is not being able to see those pop-ups, not being able to see those viruses in the first place. The best way to do that is with an ad blocker. So the one that we use internally is AdBlock Plus. It's completely free. They work on a donation system, so you never have to pay for any service.
And remember, a scam is a scam is a scam, whether disguised as an official-looking email, website, hyperlink, or even an unsolicited service call.
These legitimate businesses are not going to call you out of the blue and say, we've determined that there's an issue with your computer.
A legitimate company will not make you call them.
And whether you fall for a scam or not, you do need to report it, because chances are, if you haven't been hit yet, you or someone you know will be.
Technology is a part of our lives now. Whether you have a smartphone or not, you probably maybe then have a desktop computer or a laptop or some form of iPad, and so people are online and they need to be aware that these things are happening.
The big takeaway, of course, be careful. Don't click on anything that you're not absolutely sure of, and get advice from the experts.
Great story. Thank you so much, Breen. Stay right where you are. We're just getting started tonight. We've got Eden Hospice here to answer some questions about hospice and caring for loved ones from our live studio audience. And the Medicare store is here with new info regarding your Medicare plan and what you need to do as the new year rapidly approaches. And you won't want to miss this new ride in my cab. But first, we reconvene with Aaron Breen right after this.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tammy from the TMJ and Sleep Therapy Center of Reno. There are so many issues you might be experiencing, from jaw pain and headaches to snoring, sleepiness, and difficulty concentrating. We are the only TMJ specialists in Northern Nevada providing comprehensive TMJ and sleep apnea treatment. We're proud to offer same-day imaging to get you on a path toward relief from your symptoms. Our non-surgical TMJ treatments will help you breathe, sleep, heal, and most importantly, live better. Call to make your appointment today.
The Better Business Bureau investigates and reports on scams that hurt consumers through the BBB Scam Tracker website. Here, some people share their stories, and others educate themselves. And together, we empower our community.
Eden Home Health is Northern Nevada's highest-rated home health for quality of patient care. You have a choice. Ask your doctor for the best in-home health care, Eden Home Health. And Eden Hospice. The personalized care team at Eden Hospice is dedicated to focusing on your loved one's quality of life during a difficult time. Eden Hospice's mission is to ensure dignity for every patient. Find out how Eden Hospice can help your family by calling 841-6123.
Living at Lakeside Manor, an independent senior living community in the heart of Reno, means pleasure for the residents and peace of mind for their families. Rooms are available now, starting at $17.50 a month. Take a tour of Lakeside Manor today.
Hello there. Have you ever considered the dichotomy of the internet? I like to think that it was originally envisioned to bring the world together, to offer everyone access to all the information out there, to kind of make us a more informed population overall. And in some ways, I think it certainly has done that. You can find answers to questions about anything from history to celebrities to science to your own family tree with just the click of a mouse. You can educate yourself. You can find facts upon which to build your own beliefs and your opinions. But in time, ne'er-do-wells have tainted much of the good of the internet with false information so that you never know what to trust. In addition to high-quality information about, say, medical conditions, there are a lot of websites that post junk science that can actually do you more harm than good. And no one's ever responsible if you fall for it. It's the dichotomy of good and bad. People posing as something that they're not, just to scam you. All for what? For greed. With no ethics, no responsibility. While social media originally brought like minds together, kind of like a digital town hall, it seems like the hate and the shaming on some of those very same websites can make people feel even more isolated now than ever before. Another dichotomy. And while the internet does make more information available and more immediate for us all, why is it always bad news? Where's the good stuff? There's always updates on war, like the war in Ukraine or the hurricanes in Puerto Rico, the floods, the economic woes, and even political mudslinging. Not a lot of investigating new ideas. considering solutions, or positive thoughts on pooling ways to solve all our problems. Now, don't get me wrong, I could not survive without my computer either. But it does make you think about balance. You see, 20 years ago, we were all worried about just learning how to navigate the internet. Now it's more about navigating through the toxic information that abounds there. It's a good thing that we are adaptable, right? For Aging and Awesome, I'm Erin Breen.
Reconvene with Erin Breen is presented by The Medicare Store. The Medicare Store offers free, unbiased personal Medicare advice. Visit theMedicareStore.com to find a location near you.
Life is story. Pages of amazing adventure and narrow escapes. Bold steps taken, races run, chapters on love and hard lessons and new beginnings. Your life, your legacy, our privilege to serve. Morningstar Senior Living.
I'm Tom McDonald, a reverse mortgage expert since 2002. Did you know at times your bank can actually reduce your home equity line of credit limit or even cut you off? Not so with a reverse mortgage. Also, if you do have an emergency need, do you want to still be making monthly mortgage payments? Avoiding monthly mortgage payments is one of the big values of the reverse mortgage line of credit. That's correct, no monthly mortgage payments. Give me a call. I'm here to help guide you through the process.
Aging and Awesome is proudly presented by Reno Regenerative Medicine. Do you experience joint stiffness, tingling, burning, numbness, back or neck pain? Have you been told drugs and surgery are your only options? Reno Regenerative Medicine empowers patients to heal naturally, avoid unnecessary drugs and surgeries, and get to the root cause of your pain. Reno Regenerative Medicine, located in South Reno and in Sparks, is ready to evaluate and help alleviate your pain so you can get back to doing what you love. Call family-owned Reno Regenerative Medicine at 775-218-9236.
I keep hearing I can get more from my Medicare. How do I do that?
Reply hazy. Ask again.
You're not using that right. Give me that. Where can I get Medicare advice?
The Medicare Store.
Find a location near you at themedicarestore.com. Welcome back to Aging and Awesome. You know, hospice is something that we all have a lot of questions about. Exactly what it provides, what it costs, when it's time to actually consider it. And Eden Hospice has the answers. So Dr. Reed Doff is here to try and explain some of the problems that we might want to look at and some of the questions that we have. Thank you very much. You're the medical director over at Eden Hospice, right?
I am.
What do you do? What is that?
Well, I work with your physician to come up with care plans to make sure that we're promoting comfort, quality of life when families and patients are dealing with serious terminal illness.
So you're kind of like the bridge.
Sure.
Yeah?
I'll be a bridge.
Well, what's the difference between hospice and being in just like home care?
The focus of care. Home care, home health, those are really focused on rehabilitation, recovery after illness, restoration of kind of where you were before that thing happened. Hospice changes the script a lot. It focuses on management of life-limiting, serious terminal illness when life expectancy is no longer measured in years, but months.
And instead of trying to save a life, now you're trying to help someone out. Right?
We're trying to manage all of the things that come up that patients and families deal with when we have to focus now on the dying process.
Is there a typical amount of time people are in hospice?
There's a rule
Okay.
that's really more of a suggestion. When your physician or healthcare provider can estimate a life expectancy of 6 months or less, it's time for hospice. It should have been considered far before that.
So what's it like dealing with all the people that you deal with? There's probably a lot of explanations.
It's a lot of explanations,
Yeah.
a lot of support, a lot of gentle conversation, trying to meet people where they're at, what they understand. It's incredibly rewarding, and it's, for me, the best part of medicine.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody here have any questions about hospice that they'd like to ask?
Dr. Duff, I'm so glad you're here. I've thought of hospice as something that takes courage in order to request. Do you find more men or women which are more prone to invite themselves to hospice?
Thank you for that question. In my experience, it is women who are more comfortable and forward in talking about their healthcare concerns in general. But hospice is also the great equalizer. So when it's time, everybody is kind of made to ask those questions.
When you go to hospice, there's got to be some benefits for the families and the caregivers. And what's that look like in hospice?
I think one of the most important aspects of hospice is that there's always a nurse, physician, other members of your care team to talk to reach out when things arise. There's also a great deal of education that comes from all of the different team members who can really prepare families, caregivers, and patients for what will come. And then after the process too, there's a lengthy bereavement support that goes on to help people recover.
And how is it paid for?
Most insurance will have a benefit for hospice for their members. Medicare, Medicaid provide hospice services to their members as well.
So it's just one more thing you can take advantage of, get some help.
And you should. It is really the standard of care.
Okay, thank you so very much.
You're quite
Dr.
welcome.
Rieckhoff, thank you so much for being here. Closed captioning for Aging and Awesome is brought to you by...
At Reno Eye Institute, you'll get the attention you deserve from a doctor who cares.
Well, my eyesight was declining fairly rapidly, so I was recommended to see Dr. Freeman. The surgery was an excellent success, and he was great to work with. I enjoyed it, and he was very professional at all times. I would strongly recommend Dr. Freeman and his staff.
At Reno Eye Institute, our focus is you.
Now accepting new patients. Call Reno Eye Institute today at 451-7268.
Awesome. We're having too much fun here with Colin. Today is the beginning of Medicare's annual enrollment period, which means it is the time to review your Medicare plan. Maybe some things are good and going well with your Medicare healthcare coverage, and you're happy, but maybe it's time to make sure you're not missing out on any of the new benefits that are available here in Northern Nevada. I'm joined by Seth Greilich with the Medicare Store. Seth, so this period, October 15th through December 7th.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So that is the annual enrollment period. So that's when you have a chance to be able to review your plans, be able to see what other options are out there, and make sure that you're getting the best benefits for you. So this is essentially the catch-all. This is when anybody who's on original Medicare wants to switch to a different plan, they can. If you want to go from a supplement to a Medicare Advantage, you can. You can pretty much do anything you want in this period.
I think that's a big misconception too of some of the things that original Medicare covers versus some of the Medicare Advantage plans that are available. What are some of those differences?
So it's hard to put a label on what the differences are. However, anything that Medicare Advantage covers will have to cover what original Medicare covered or more.
Oh, that's an easy way to put it. So if you're on original Medicare, there's something you might be missing out on.
Correct.
And what are some of those things?
Benefits, there's dental, vision, hearing that are offered by some plans. There's different benefits that could be given to you that a lot of other plans wouldn't be able to give you.
And so when people are looking into this, calling the Medicare Store for advice, what's an appointment look like? What is a consultation, I guess? What does that entail?
Well, generally, one of the first questions we ask is if you're happy with your plan. Because if you are, then we just want to make sure that you're going to be on a plan that you can stay happy with. Now, if you have some grievances or you just want to take a look around, then we'd suggest having an appointment with you to where we'd meet, get some of your information, doctors, prescriptions, what you can do financially, and we will go ahead and take a look at the different plan options that are available to you, show you the plans that might have better benefits, or give you a little bit of peace of mind that you might be on the best plan for you.
I think that's probably the biggest concern of a lot of people at home is, can I keep my doctor, right?
Correct.
And can I save money? Are those the two biggest questions you get?
Yeah, saving money obviously is a great thing for all of us, especially in the time that we're in. However, doctors is one of the more important ones because statistically, you have a better outcome for health if you have a good relationship with your doctor.
Right, and so when you sit down with the Medicare Store, you go over that and make sure that, okay, this plan you will be able to see your doctor with this plan, right? That's like probably the most important thing.
Yes, so if you want to see your doctor and you have a doctor that you'd like to keep, that's going to be priority number one for us, is making sure that you're going to be able to stay with the same doctors that you have keep those relationships, and do our best to find you something that will save you money, give you better benefits, and again, be good for your health.
And hopefully both. Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have any questions from our live studio audience on Medicare open enrollment?
Are there any changes on Medicare Part B for this coming year as far as enrollment or premium?
That's a great question. And as far as I know, there hasn't been any changes to the Medicare Part B premium as of yet. But however, they usually reassess that every year, so we might be looking at a change in premium coming soon.
All right, great question, Yanti. Thank you so much. Now, Seth, again, open enrollment starts today. You got to take care of this now during this window, right?
Yeah, even if you are happy with your plan, I do suggest to go ahead and give us a call, just for peace of mind more than anything, because you could be missing out on a lot of the better benefits that are coming out this year.
All right, well, you can call now. The number on your screen, the Medicare store is taking your phone calls. Give them a call. Seth, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For 25 years, Northern Nevada Hopes has been providing medical, behavioral health, and wraparound services for people in need.
Hopes has always been about serving a community that didn't always get served and providing the services that they needed to be successful. It's right there, and so they can do all their things in one spot.
Celebrating 25 years. Northern Nevada Hopes, still growing, still serving, and looking forward to the next 25 years.
Why enroll in a Senior Care Plus Medicare Advantage plan?
We chose Senior Care Plus because it makes sense from a lot of different angles. One, economically it beats having Medicare Part A and Part B and then supplement plans on top of that, and then a prescription drug plan on top of that. It became very obvious that this was the proper thing to do.
Enroll now at seniorcareplus.com or call us today at 775-982-3158.
Aging and Awesome is proudly presented by Sage Financial Advisors. Working to broaden your possibilities in retirement, Sage Financial Advisors wants you to discover the freedom that comes from working with their local and trusted team. They'll help you and your family navigate all aspects of your financial life. They're ready to help review your financial plan for retirement and offer options that empower you to make the best decisions for your financial future. So give them a call. Sage Financial Advisors. Secure your future wisely.
Aging and Awesome is presented by the Trust Masters. If you own a home, you need a trust. It's what protects your assets after you're gone. Without a trust, those assets can be subjected to probate and take years to settle and cost you tens of thousands of dollars. The Trust Masters are here to help. They are not a legal firm, but a licensed and bonded legal documents preparation company, which means they are your affordable solution. Log on to trustmasters.com and register for a free workshop today. Living trusts. Don't leave Earth without one.
All right, we're here in Kai's Cab, and it's a great little rainy day here in Reno, Midtown, and today we have a very special person in the cab. It's Louie, everybody.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for coming on the show. You guys, you and Ruby, we've met you and Ruby before. Your love story and your business with the Befitted bed sheets. We love you guys.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed both of those shows you produced.
You're very special, very important to us, Louie, and this is your first time in the cab, right?
It sure is, huh?
You
luxurious, yeah.
Luxurious. He gets his own chauffeur, but you know, in this cab, Louie, you do have to answer questions. You know that, right?
No.
You thought I was just driving you around?
Yeah, I thought you were just taking me for a ride.
No, Louie, get 3 out of 4 questions right today, sir, and you're a winner of some chocolate. Are you ready to play?
Are they easy?
That's a very subjective word. We'll find out here in a moment. You ready?
Okay.
Question number 1 for Mr. Louie. Which is the world's longest river? Is it A, Amazon, B, Nile, C, Mississippi, or D, the Yangtze?
Well, I've always thought it was the Amazon.
Amazon is correct.
Well, I got one.
I bet that I didn't know that one. I bet that one was hard for a lot of people at home, and you got it. Good work, Louie. Let's keep rolling here. Question number 2. What is the last letter in the Greek alphabet? Is it A, beta, B, alpha, C, omega, or D, delta?
Omega.
Omega is correct. Another easy one for you, right?
That was an easy one, yeah.
Here we go. Question number 3 for Louis. What was the first feature-length animated movie released? Is it A, Toy Story, B, Pinocchio, C, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or D, Peter Pan? First feature-length animated movie.
I have to go with Snow White, I guess.
Snow White, as the rain is pouring right now, is correct. Louis, congratulations. You know, we love to ask everybody in the cab, those who are brave enough to come in and answer trivia questions. You got 15 seconds to tell the world anything you'd like, Louis. What is it?
Oh, really? The only way to sleep these days is in stay-put bedding. It's the most luxurious bedding you'll ever get.
I love that. And if you haven't heard of Stay Put Bedding, that is Louis and Ruby's wonderful company. We've done a story on them before. And yes, it is. I love it. You guys are amazing. You inspire us.
We love your show, Kai.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, we'll see you again soon. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Kai's Cab is presented by Senior Care Plus, the only Nevada-based not-for-profit Medicare Advantage plan serving Washoe County and Carson City. Senior Care Plus, for the healthiest reasons.
Coming up next week on Aging and Awesome, our friends at Senior Care Plus know how to throw a party. Over at the Atlantis, we'll take you there and show you some of the exciting things that are going on for Senior Care Plus members in Northern Nevada and how you can become one too. That's next week, Saturday at 7, right here on CBS in Northern Nevada. Which brings us to something to celebrate this week, which is Eden Hospice, for the celebration of all the lives they have touched with an annual memorial service, giving patients' families the chance to share stories of loved ones lost. It's an annual event and is a touching tribute to those lost and their families left grieving. Eden understands that grief is a journey that is best dealt with other people who understand.
And if you have anything to celebrate, you gotta let us know. Just send us an email with all the details and a photo, birthdays, anniversaries, achievements, any kind of goal that you've reached. It's important to you, then it's important to us to share it.
Well, we're about out of time, but we have so much fun here at the Virgil with our live studio audience, including, look at all these puppies that come along. We have Bella, Abby, and Cadence there on the end. So if you'd like to come to our Aging and Awesome taping, you are invited here at the Virgil. Just head to our website, agingandawesome.com, to find the next time we will be here. You are invited. Thank you to everyone for watching and to all of you who came today. We're so thankful.
And of course, we couldn't do this without our stakeholders. A big thank you to
The Trustmasters,
the Medicare Store, the Better Business Bureau,
Eden Home Health and Eden Hospice,
Tom McDonald, Mutual of Omaha Reverse Mortgages, Morningstar Senior Living of Sparks,
Reno Regenerative Medicine,
Lakeside Manor,
Marsha Rambo with Realty One Group Eminence,
Reno Eye Institute,
the TMJ and Sleep Therapy Center of Reno,
Sage Financial Advisors,
and Senior Care Plus. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.